Tucked away, I feel like the wizard, ready? Tucked away in a 300-year-old adobe in the village of Corrales is Casa Vieja. The smoke added a lot of dramatic effect. I'm sorry, I had to do it. Now, Casa Vieja has received a number of honors. Let me go through some of them just to gloat a little for you guys, both of you. Ready? Best restaurant, best chef, best wine steward, best enchiladas, best undiscovered gem, and most romantic restaurant. And by the way, the winner of the cocktail challenge this year. And Chef Knockout, ding, 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 ding.
Well, thank you very much.
Well, of course, joining me are Casa Vieja owners, Josh and Kate Gerwin. And I also want to welcome winemaker Steve Macrostie. Thank you so much for joining us today, Steve.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Great to have you joining us in our kitchen. We always have a good time here, don't we?
We do. We're very happy to be here.
Yes, and
Good
Casa
times.
Vieja has a very rich history. So let's start a little bit about that for those who don't know.
Casa Vieja is located in Corrales. Many people don't know that Corrales is actually one of the oldest farming communities in the United States. Casa Vieja is a 300-year-old adobe, the heart of this old farming community. It's wonderful. It's been a restaurant for about 30 years, and we have been honored to have it for about 2 years. And we are really excited right now because right now is our little June wine week here in Albuquerque. And we're here to celebrate Vintage Albuquerque, which is in its 20th anniversary.
That's so exciting.
It really is.
And you've been on the board for Vintage Albuquerque, which benefits arts education in New Mexico.
It does. It benefits youth arts education in New Mexico. We have 5 beneficiaries. Amazing. I mean, not only Albuquerque Public Schools, their arts program, the National Dance Institute, Pope Joy School Time Series, Albuquerque Museum Foundation, and then we also have the Albuquerque Youth Symphony Program.
Oh my gosh.
And we on average about 6 figures raised annually, 20th year. I mean, this is something that it's about to blow up big. It's going to be our own little food and wine festival here in Albuquerque. We're really excited about it.
Good times.
It is exciting.
It's great.
And it's exciting to have you joining us because it all begins tonight, doesn't it?
It does begin tonight.
It's a 4-day celebration. So now, Steve, of course, is the wine connoisseur, and of course, we really appreciate you joining us to give us some insight as to some of the things you're planning on that end.
Well, there's going to be a dinner, a series of dinners, among with which we're included with Casa Vieja.
Right.
Tomorrow
That's Thursday night. We're really excited. Tickets are available on the website for Vintage Albuquerque.
Great.
Great food and wine pairing with a scrumptious meal and featuring our Sonoma wines.
Lovely.
Should be very exciting and very tasty.
And it's good to have some guidance from you guys. When people go to these kind of events, you know, they sometimes don't know what they should try and what they should try with what.
Right.
And today we're going to really try one of your most delectable treats ever, aren't we? This is exciting.
I would think so.
And also not only fun to eat, but fun to watch you make.
It will be.
Tell us, Josh, what you are doing today.
Well, we're making chocolate ice cream with liquid nitrogen. We've got caramel that we just made here that we're going to make into cracklins with some liquid nitrogen.
Woo!
By just pouring it out on it.
Do you feel like the wizard when you do
freeze
that?
it sometimes. Whoa. Bit fun. And then we've got a Syrah Poached Pear that is going to go with a Syrah syrup, which will start with a little bit of sugar.
And something I really want, what we're using here is MacRostie's Wildcat Vineyard Syrah.
Wine, right?
That's your wine. And just like we talk about fresh ingredients, we talk about quality wine and cooking. A lot of people say, oh, well, just go grab that box wine. And now I'm not saying that you need to pull out your $300 bottle of wines and such, but if you're making a quality meal, then you want to use a quality wine in there because it's going to reduce those flavors are going to intensify, and you really don't want to put cheap wine.
No, it really does.
It's one of the worst things that people can do, and it's one of the worst things that we try and avoid in the restaurant.
And it goes back to what you just said before, which was that the last time you were here, you spoke on how much pride you do have in the fresh ingredients you use in all of the food, and really utilizing the resources across the state to get your ingredients.
Right.
And I really respect that, and I know that's a big thing for both of you. So it's nice to see you doing the same, even when you make a dessert.
Right.
And this Syrah is one special wine. So this wine started from the ground up. This is a vineyard that I planted.
You're kidding.
13 years ago, a vineyard called Wildcat Mountain Vineyard on the western edge of Sonoma Valley in the Sonoma Coast, just north of San Francisco. And it's a cool site that gives you special fruit qualities in the grapes, nice intensity, rich, dark, flavorful wine with some interesting spicy nuances.
And you must have so much pride just every time you see people enjoying it.
And Syrah is one of my favorite wines.
Why is that?
Well, it's just so bold and interesting, and you know, it's so compelling. It has such an interesting flavor profile that invites comparison to the great wines of the world.
Well, that makes a lot of sense, and it makes a lot of sense with this delicious treat. So now I see the pear in your hand. You just peeled it.
Peeled pear.
Okay.
There's the Syrah with a vanilla bean, a star anise seed, a fennel seed, cardamom, and let it poach until it's nice and tender.
Yeah, how long would that be? Because for
Probably
the average person,
about 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
And then they'll look like.
Let's see.
That.
Oh,
they're done.
Wow. That's
the presentation
beautiful.
on this is fun, and it's an easy dessert.
So
We
nice.
just try that in just a minute.
Now, when you said that you had the caramel, you Yes. Okay, so now what's going on over here?
This is just the Syrah reducing with sugar until it'll be a syrup.
And how much sugar did you add to that?
About a half a cup.
That's it?
Half
Okay,
a cup
that's not
Syrah.
too bad.
Not too much.
Okay, so now what's our
Sweet
next
wine.
step?
Our next step would be making the ice cream.
Oh boy.
Here's the fun part.
Oh my gosh, making the ice cream.
Excuse me?
Really
Now,
making
at
the ice cream.
home, we're going to recommend that you either use your own ice cream maker or purchase some wonderful chocolate ice cream, liquid nitrogen. And the home use is definitely not something we're going to recommend or encourage.
Yes, do not try this at home. This spoken from a mother, because Katie is a mother, and she.
Cocktails, desserts, liquid nitrogen is negative 300 degrees, so whereas you can't freeze alcohol in the freezer, you can freeze alcohol with liquid nitrogen. This is
awesome.
something I've been playing with the cocktail program as well.
Yeah, and you are quite the crafty cocktail maker, may I say.
You can see how it's
Oh
starting
my
to
gosh,
freeze
this
around
is
the
so
edges.
cool, Josh. This is awesome. And how long do you have to stir this?
Till the nitrogen's gone and it's frozen.
Oh, okay, that's it?
Yeah.
Yep, and you have
much.
instant ice cream. So at the restaurant, we've started to play with this because we can make on-the-fly desserts, all kinds of really cool, fun things.
Oh, that is so cool.
And then
Wow.
Look at that.
like takes a little bit more.
Just get it a little
Just
more,
a little bit
more frozen.
creamier. Yeah, and
Okay.
then if you do it again, then it freezes. It'll melt right away. Then do it again, and it'll stay frozen a little harder. And then at the restaurant, we put it in the freezer right away,
Wow.
so it'll stay frozen.
What a cool
Well, I sure
thing.
wish I could try this at home. It sure looks,
I
it sure
know,
looks a lot
really.
faster
Well, I
and
want to show
easier.
everybody how they can find
Definitely
you,
is.
and they can find you doing this at the restaurant as
My
well.
machine
So let's
turns
show
awfully
everybody
slowly.
exactly where they need to
Yes.
go to find the recipe for today. Just go to Casa.com and we'll tell you how to find Casa Vieja when we come back and try this yummy dessert. So exciting. I'm back in the kitchen with Steve, Josh, and Kate, and of course we are making homemade chocolate ice cream with these yummy pears and just everything. This whole treat is unbelievable to me because I'm watching it unfold before my very eyes.
It's exciting. It's very
Let's
fun.
get a presentation of this. Show us what you're doing.
So we have
You
the
have
wine
a
poached
chocolate
pear.
ice cream.
Okay.
Homemade chocolate ice cream. We have some Syrah soaked cherries that we're going to garnish with. I made this, the recipe for this is online. This is a MacRostie Rosé foam. And what I've done is I've bloomed gelatin. Foams are really easy if you get this little can. I've bloomed some gelatin.
Whoa.
Oh.
That is beautiful.
So you have
So
a
this
rosé
is
foam.
so simple.
Wow.
Rosé wine, gelatin, a little simple syrup. You get these canisters. You can get them pretty much anywhere. They're CO2 chargers. Now We're Cooking has them. You can do so much fun things with that. So this is a foam that is actually going to, it's like an air. It's going to taste of their rosé that is paired beautifully with all of this.
Oh my God, that's amazing. And we're going to taste that, Steve, aren't we? But I want to remind everybody once again about Vintage Albuquerque, all the exciting events going on from Wednesday all the way through Saturday. So it begins tonight at Zinc Wine Bar and Bistro and takes you all the way through Saturday night at Prairie Star. And it's going to be an incredible event. And we're very excited to have you here to share all the details.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us again.
And you have to head to Casa Vieja as well. I want to thank all of today's guests. Let's bring this over so we can try. And we want to remind you that if there's anything you need to know about today's show, just log on to our website at Casa.com and head over here tomorrow morning at 8 because we are going to tell you how to protect your family from the dangers lurking in your house. Lazy Boy takes your house from drab to fab. And we're stirring things up with the Hayeshi. Hayeshi, I have to say it right because I was just there. It's amazing. The newest Japanese restaurant. You guys have to try that.
Sounds
It's
good.
good. All right, let's try this, shall we? Shall we?
Let's try.
Let's go for it. I think I want the cherry. Can I go with the cherry first?
Yes, go with the cherry.
I'm dipping it in the foam.
Oh,
You
no,
gotta
you
try
got
the
everything.
foam. Yeah.
There's a pit.
The foam tastes like rosé.
Isn't it? Isn't that exciting?
Oh my gosh, it does. It does
that
taste
fun?
like rosé.
Yep.
Oh,
Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk? It's
this
great.
dinner will be served Thursday night at Casa Vieja.
Awesome.
If there's a not-to-miss event, it's Friday's grand tasting. I highly recommend 40 wineries, 40 restaurants. That's the one. Friday night at the National Hispanic Cultural Center. Definitely make that one.
Don't miss it. Have a great day, everybody. I'm going for the pear now.
Enjoy. It'll be good.